Hi, scholars. Let's jump into day 3 of Off and Running. We'll first start with some grammar and vocabulary review. Your turn. Two boys scuffle. Rudy hollers at them. How can we make this a compound sentence using and, but, or? Don't forget to write your comma. So, what did you decide on? First, I hope you noticed that this sentence is incomplete. It's not correct. Two is plural, and we have to make the complete subject plural. So this should say two boys. And our full sentence should be two boys scuffle and Rudy hollers at them. Now for using our context clues to determine the meaning of a word. Read the sentence to determine the meaning of the underlined word. What does the word navigation mean? The act of setting a course for a trip. You may have used your GPS in your phone, and that is a navigation system. The context clues that helped us were through the mountains and allowed hikers to get to the summit, just how our GPS hopefully gets us to our destination. The skill we'll be focusing on today and tomorrow is compare and contrast. You can find definitions of these words on page 82 in your textbook. When we compare two or more things, we are looking for ways in which they are similar or alike. When we contrast two or more things, we're looking for ways in which they are dissimilar or unalike. What do you think we'll be comparing and contrasting in Off and Running? I'm sure you already know. Yes, we'll be comparing and contrasting Miyata and Rudy. So in your notebook, go ahead and draw 3 columns, and in each column at the top, just how I have it here, write Miyata. In the middle, Miyata and Rudy. And then the last column, Rudy. So you can just draw 3 columns, the line across, and put each of these as the title of the column. I'll give you some time to do that. You don't have to write the question. As we fill out these columns, here's what we're going to think about. In Miyata's column, how does she differ from Rudy? Under Miyata and Rudy, what are some similarities between the two of them? And in Rudy's column, how does he differ from Miyata? So go ahead and open your textbook because we're going to look for ways in which they are similar and different, but we want to make sure we use evidence to support what we write down. Go ahead and complete your chart and we'll come back together to share our responses. So, using evidence from our text, let's compare and contrast Miyata and Rudy. For Miyata, I put that she's moderately confident. And we know this because during her speech, she started off really strong and then kind of wavered towards the end. She's reflective because even though she was feeling a little discouraged at the end of her speech, she knew she had to reevaluate her approach. She's supported by most of the girls at the school, and she cares about the aesthetics of the school because she wanted to change how it looked and add flowers so that it would look beautiful. Rudy's very confident. This came through during his speech. He's lively and he's humorous and is supported by most of the boys at the school. We know he cares about recreational activities because he wanted recess to be longer and wanted ice cream day to be every day and not just Friday. And When you have ice cream day every day, you're probably going to be having some fun also while you're eating your ice cream. How are they similar? Well, they're both running for class president. They both delivered a speech to their 5th grade class. They're good sportsmen because they shook hands after the speech, and they both have support from their classmates. Now, you're either on your 2nd or 3rd read of Off and Running, and it's important to reread a text because we often make connections that we didn't make during our first read. Our comprehension questions for today. Summarize the differences between Rudy's and Miata's speeches. How is the audience's reaction to Rudy different from its reaction to Miata? Does Miata speak formally or informally in her speech? How is her way of speaking different from Rudy's? What can we infer about Miata's relationship with her father? Go ahead and answer these questions in your notebook or in your Google Classroom. Make it a great day.